In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Solink's video wall feature to display multiple live feeds from one of your locations or camera groups. By the end of this tutorial, you should be comfortable changing your video wall layout to get the best view possible. To get started, navigate to the video page in the Solink platform. Next, select a camera group or a location to launch the selected cameras in video wall. I'm going to go ahead and select this cash registers camera group, and then I'm going to select video wall to launch all of the cash register cameras in video wall. So here we have our video wall, which is displaying all of our cash register cameras. Let me run through the user interface. The first thing you'll notice is that all of these cameras are playing in live mode. We do have this selector over here to change video wall pages if all of the cameras can't fit on one page. I did have 18 cash register cameras, so it's gone ahead and put the rest of the cameras onto a second page. I can manually go to that page just by selecting these arrows. Next, you'll notice this countdown timer here, which I've paused. If I click play, it's going to count down, and by the end of this timer, it will select the next page for me automatically. And I can change the interval of that timer simply by selecting this drop down here, and then I can select, for example, 1 minute, and it will update just like that. So next I'll show you how to edit your video wall layout and create a custom layout if you want. So it's as simple as coming over to this drop down menu here. You can see that we have a 3x3 grid selected, but I can change this to a 4x4, for example. Now, if I want to create a custom layout or load one if I already have one, in this case, we are going to create one from scratch. All you have to do is select custom. And if you want to edit this, you can select edit. And now I can create a custom layout. So there's quite a few options when customizing your video wall layout. The first thing you can do is select adjust grid base. For example, if I don't want this 3x3, but maybe I want a 4x4 grid to work with, I'm going to click this button, 4x4, and then confirm. Now that I have my 4x4 grid to work with, I want to change the position of some of these cameras. It's as simple as clicking, dragging, and dropping to switch camera positions. So the next thing I want to customize here is the size of this camera on the screen here. All I have to do is click expand camera, and there we go. I have a larger view of this camera. So if I go back and undo, you'll see that these cameras here were kind of pushed away. So what happens is if I expand a camera in a certain location, the surrounding cameras get pushed to the next available page. So those 3 cameras here are getting pushed to page 2 when I expand. I can also expand this even further. So it's going to take basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more camera spaces. If I don't like it though, all I have to do is click undo and we're back to where we were before. If you want to move cameras around from page to page, you can simply select the move camera button and you can select which page to move the camera to. You can even select a new page. In this case, I want to move this camera to page 2. You will notice that it leaves behind this blank space here. So let's say I move that camera to page 2 and I want to bring another camera from page 2 back. It will fill this up automatically if I do that. So on page 2 here, I want to move this camera back to page 1 to fill in that blank space. And if I go back here, yeah, perfect. It's filled that space right up just like that. So to end my custom layout here, if I'm happy with what I have, I'm going to select done to save. And if I navigate back to custom, it's going to remember that custom layout I created, and that's always going to be there until I edit it further. And just a few last tips with video wall. If you want to expand any of these cameras to full screen mode, simply select the full screen button here. I can also bring the entirety of my video wall screen into full screen simply by selecting the button over here. And finally, if, for example, there is something I want to investigate further in the Solink video player, on any of these cameras, I can select this investigate button, and it's going to bring me back into the Solink platform, and I can investigate this further with the video player.